Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I do greatly appreciate that. Also, if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, interesting, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on as well, and the same goes for that. I will greatly appreciate that as well. Now, let's talk about QNT. So today we actually had, quite a bit of a bloody day. Also, real quick before we fully jump on this video, I just want to apologize if you do find or hear my dogs in the background playing. They are, rambunctious right now, so I do apologize for that. But overall, let's just jump in. So, today we hit this nice little low down here of like about $144, almost $145. We're actually going to be talking about why that is actually a pretty important level for us to hold and why it's actually not that bad of a problem for us actually. We're also going to be talking about why I basically told you guys that we would see that price and why it's a significant point to actually bounce off of. We're still seeing the holders tab accumulating, and we also see the volume in terms of trade volume up 70%, which is pretty significant, sitting at about almost $150 exact right now currently. Now, let's jump over to the overall chart. So here we have the chart. So I pretty much told you that we could pretty much test, and I just said pretty much like multiple times there, but I told you guys that we could test this low from December 4th. In fact, we almost came down to test it to a T, and this is actually about 100, and we bounced off like 140 exact, but our main support level was around 145. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have a strong bounce from here. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, there's still not a lot of volume, and the RSI is a little bit still weak. Of course, could we come down and test that low from December 4th on the RSI coming down to about 25.37? That's pretty much oversold areas. So we would expect a strong bounce around this point exactly. But of course, we need to watch Bitcoin closely because Bitcoin is also expected to drop a little bit more. So where could we really kind of see QNT leverage off a little bit and actually have some strength to bounce? I would say it's more so dead set at around $100 down here, and I'm not saying that because this is the only price data we have. Like even in terms of, I want to say Coinbase maybe. So yeah, Coinbase has a little bit more overall, price data. If we're talking about this, our main point would be at around like $90. That's where the major support is. So if we do lose the point that we're at currently, sorry, let me go back to Binance. If we do lose the point that we're at currently, which is this level down here at about $136.50, if we lose that point, it's going to get a little bit treacherous for us. We're going to see some low prices being tested, which could be concerning for a lot of individuals, but I do look at it as a major buy-in opportunity. And I told you guys, I would wait until Bitcoin kind of settles down before we do buy any QNT. I still think that it is extremely undervalued, even at around $200 though, just for your insights. But of course, when we're talking about, QNT at its current level now, the volume looks a little weak. We need a lot more buy pressure in for us to even say that, this is a strong bounce, which it really isn't at all. On the 4-hour, yeah, we see a lot of volume here, but it's followed by some negative volume. So, just play with caution if you are looking to, buy more here. I know a lot of people, on Twitter, for an example, will continue to say, hey, I'm buying, but, just I would just say be a little bit cautious. Now let's go to the 1 day and let's actually kind of look at the overall Bitcoin price chart. So here we have the Bitcoin price chart for QNT. Again, kind of having this little bit of a strong bounce off of about the 3,440 sat level, which is also the level that we bounced off of back in December here around this December 1st, 2nd time period, which again, kind of still led to us having that nice dropping point on the 4th. So I'm just saying, I don't think that this is bottomed out just yet. I think that we come down a little bit lower, most likely test $100. And I've been calling for $100 for a while now, going back, to even like last month almost. It was a while back. But I do want to talk to you guys about some other updates within the Quant Network scene. So let's kind of jump into that real quick. All right, so let's go back in time a little bit to this article here. It was actually an announcement with Quant Network partnering with LACChain, a global alliance led by the Inter-American Development Bank's IDB lab. Now, this goes back to March of 2021. The significance about this is just the overall idea here. So, Quant and LACChain, a global alliance led by the IDB Lab, the innovation laboratory of the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB Group, have agreed a partnership with the aim of further developing DLT-based ecosystems in Latin America and the Caribbean. Initially, Quant and LACChain will work together to maximize economic and social inclusion by, and of course, here is the key selling points for Quant in general. Providing interoperability capabilities for LACChain to other DLTs supported by Quant's unique Overledger technology, providing Overledger's gateway capability for LACChain participants to integrate with resources and DLNs across the Overledger network, and of course, enabling multi-DLT payments and other capabilities through Quant's patent-pending multi-DLT token technology. This is the huge selling point for Quant, is the idea that it's all about interoperability and enabling multi-DLT payments, which is all through, of course, the multi-DLT token technology and also even through interoperability alone. This is very significant, and I don't think that a lot of people are really kind of looking into this. Like, you could read all about this from start to finish, and this entire partnership would make you so bullish in general just by reading this overall page alone. Of course, we do see here, the signing of this MOU between LACChain and Quant Network is a key element in the development of the infrastructure in terms of interoperability. It represents not only the opportunity for technical collaboration, but also represents a joint contribution effort to develop the blockchain ecosystem in Latin America and the Caribbean. This partnership between Quant Network and LACChain is extremely exciting. Our technology has the potential to contribute to social and economic advancement in many ways, and LACChain's mission of reducing inequality and empowering people is a perfect example of how this potential can be realized. We're delighted to be working together to help create a more inclusive society. And of course, LACChain down here kind of broken down a little bit. It's made up of 41 allies from the blockchain environment, led by the innovation laboratory of the Inter-American Development Bank Group, with the purpose of accelerating the developments of the blockchain ecosystem in the Latin American and Caribbean region. The alliance is already supporting public-private partnerships and blockchain-based solutions in a total of 12 countries. We already host 26 projects on the LACChain blockchain, 89 nodes, 45 entities running nodes, and more than 20 million blocks. So this is huge from Quant's perspective, but also LACChain's perspective, because they're seeing the value behind Quant and also even the Overledger. Now, we also see here, Quant is the neurons to the brain of the regulated Internet of Value, the connector of traditional finance that allows them to be interoperable between blockchain/DLT networks. And of course, here is that massive network of value pretty much connecting to everything. We're talking about HSBC, SIA, Ethereum, legacy infrastructure, Constellation, ALBT. I mean, pretty much everything that you see on the screen is a perfect representation on about how Quant is essentially the key for it all. I mean, this is huge. And of course, this is a quoted tweet from, we also see tokenizers saying some just don't understand, or just some of the connections, of Q&T, so much more further behind the scenes. And honestly, it is the idea that nobody really understands how big this ecosystem is. This is beyond interoperability of network or network effects, this is true disruption and solidification. And this really kind of does solidify the idea on where XRP, HBAR, and all these other assets kind of hold true to their value. Like, yeah, these DLT technologies are huge, but we still need interoperability. And what is going to connect everything to one? Well, Quant. Everything in this market nearly is connected on a massive level. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like, the connections that are made through these, major networks in general are connecting to pretty much almost every single one of your favorite altcoins. It's absolutely ridiculous. We also see a small thread on the possible role of Q&T in MOBI. So MOBI, here we have Focused Transportation Identity, Blockchain Infrastructure, MOBInet, Tech Partners, Consensus R3 IBM, and of course they have some big name members. Now we do see here, so what is MOBI? Mobility Open Blockchain Initiative, MOBI, is a global consortium of industry-leading automakers, technology-based startups, and other mobility players, 20 financial institutions, 140 corporates. And of course, you guys could kind of see a little bit of the rundown here, as you guys do see. What does Quant, have to do with MOBI? Well, Quant joined MOBI in 2018. Gilbert Verdian, QNT CEO back then. Our Overledger operating system will enable interconnectivity, and interoperability of data between manufacturers, devices, transportation, and autonomous vehicles. Best part about this is I already talked to you guys a little bit about this with the Internet of Value. Like, without interoperability, the Internet of Value is just non-existent. Or even the Internet of Things as well, which this is kind of focusing on the Internet of Things more so. But after joining this enormous ecosystem, we didn't hear a lot about MOBI's possible use of Overledger technology or any technology until now. MOBI made a huge announcement last week, a pilot involving 280 million vehicles with the EU Commission to pilot and test their newly developed ecosystem and tech stack. Fun fact, 280 million is more than a sixth of the vehicles worldwide. MOBI's newly revealed tech stack consists of 3 layers, one of them being MOBINet, where QNT fits in, a Layer 2 protocol agnostic digital infrastructure for Internet of Things commerce by allowing application interoperability and multi-party data sharing. Of course, you guys can pretty much see that right there. And if we do see down here, but there's more. We all know Quant developed the first DLT API gateway. And what do we see at 2 in the MOBINet tech stack overview? JUP, a DLT API gateway. I checked all members. Quant is the only one providing this technology. And here you guys do see it. And of course, you can pretty much see it labeled there. Core DLT 1 API gateway 2, and even in API gateway as well. And when we're talking about this, I mean, this could be a huge connection here. We also know that Quant is still close with MOBI due to a June 2021 press release by MOBI. Exciting connection this is. And here we do see them label on Quant Network in general. And down here, to really kind of sum it up, QNT is most likely to the interoperability provider for MOBI. Finance is the focus, but it's just one of the many targeted sectors that needs Overledger technology. Quant's journey is yet to begin. Future is very bright. And it is really kind of crazy to think about this. Like, trust me, when we're talking about the price right now, like, I'm really not even focused on the price. Like, I still don't focus on Quant because this is just a long-term hold for me. Like, I'll add more if we do come down lower. Like, I'll throw capital to the wind. It doesn't matter to me because when we're talking about how big Quant will be, I mean, it's just a connection for pretty much everything. I mean, literally, this is so huge. I seriously can't explain to you how massive of an asset Quant Network will be at some point in time. Like, we're at the pinnacle for CBDC and digital payment adoption, and we're not even scratching the surface yet. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it kind of gave you guys an insight on where Quant is kind of headed in terms of price. Like, I do believe that we can come down a little bit lower. I honestly think that if we do lose this level, though, we will see a $100 QNT. I'm prepared to buy that level, to be honest with you guys, but I do expect a 10x opportunity from at least $100 to even $150. But with all that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. And this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.